So, Mr. Imaginary Cameraman, I heard the other day that the guy who came up with the phrase one-hit wonder, apparently that's the only phrase he ever came up with. He never came up with another one. Kind of sad, really. Oh, hello everyone, Brian Richards here. I apologize. I was busy talking to my imaginary cameraman, but I know you didn't come here to hear me talking about the guy who came up with the phrase one-hit wonder. No, you actually came here because you wanted to learn a self-working card trick, and we're going to do that right now. So you're going to want to get out a deck of cards, and we will get into today's tutorial. Now for this trick, you can actually have a deck of cards, borrowed even. It could be shuffled by the volunteer, like so. You can show all the cards that they really are mixed. And then you're going to hand the deck to a volunteer, and you're going to ask them to deal either 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 piles of cards. And they're going to deal them just like they would dealing, let's say, a hand of poker. But they're going to completely deal until they deal through the entire deck of cards. So let's say they choose 6. They would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And all they're going to do is they're going to continue to do this until they go through the entire pack, until they deal out all of the cards. Now once this is done, we just kind of square up the cards like so, each pile. And I ask them to take this last pile and to shuffle it. And then I explain that while my back is turned, whenever they're done shuffling that, I want them to look at and memorize the bottom card. So they would look at the bottom card. In this case, it is the 7 of diamonds. Then I invite them to put it on top of the next packet. Then I turn around, I say, now put that packet on top of this packet, and then put it on this one on top of there, put that one on top of there, put that one on top of there, and then I invite them to cut the deck somewhere around the middle and complete the cut. That way, their chosen card is lost. Now, again, I turned around while they looked at the card. After they shuffled it, it was a free choice, no force. At this point in time, as the magician, I have no idea what card they actually picked, and it has now been lost into the deck. I then explain that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these cards, and I'm going to actually try to test my photographic memory here. I'm going to go through just trying to really memorize these cards like so. Let me see here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What I think I've done is I have memorized the entire deck of cards using my photographic memory. So now, all I do is I ask my volunteer, what card did they pick? Of course, in this case, they would say the 7 of diamonds. And I go, okay. Now, if my memory serves me, I believe the 7 of diamonds is probably the 9th. No. I want to say, I think it's the 8th card down from the top of the deck. So I have them count down to the 8th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my friends, here is number 8. Their card. Pretty amazing. I love this trick. This is a little bit different than a lot of other tricks I've ever taught. But one of the reasons also why I love this trick, not only is it self-working, but it's a little bit different than a lot of other card tricks. You know, most card tricks is like pick a card and then you find the card. And though we magicians, we kind of like that sort of thing, after a while, honestly, I think that sort of premise gets a little bit boring to your audience. And so I think if you can play around with some science-y kind of ideas, like I've been trying to strengthen my memory, and I think I may have a photographic memory. I just love the idea of bringing that into your performance, and something like that makes the trick a lot more interesting, if you will, to a lay audience. So I will show you the trick, and basically it really is pretty self-working. Okay, all right, so let's get into it. So deck cards really can be shuffled. Now, what you need to do is spread the cards onto the table to show that they're mixed. And what you need to do is you need to learn and memorize whatever the top 2 cards are. The 10 of spades, the 9 of spades, okay, in this case. So this is where a little bit of memory is good. Now, if you don't feel like your memory is strong enough to remember, these 2 cards are going to be your key cards. They're going to help find figure out where their card is. You can actually set up the deck ahead of time and put like 2 10s or like 2 black 10s or 2 black 9s or whatever, so that way it makes it a little bit easier to remember it. But in my case, my 2 top cards are the 10 of spades and the 9 of spades. Those are going to be my key cards. So again, they've shuffled the deck, and then all I do is I spread the cards and to show them that, look, the cards are all mixed up. But while I'm doing this, I'm memorizing these 2 bottom cards, the 10 of spades and the 9 of spades. I gather them together, I hand the deck to the volunteer, and I invite them to pick any number from 5 to 10, and they're going to deal that many piles, and they're going to deal the entire deck all the way through. So let's say they choose 5 in this case. Just like this, and it could end anywhere depending on how many piles they have. Now, if for some reason you have forgotten what those 2 top cards are, your key cards, you have one more chance to look at them and memorize them. They're going to be on bottom of the first 2 piles. So you can pick up this pile, square it, and when you do that, you just kind of peek at the bottom card, and you're like, oh, that's right, it's the 10 of spades. And then you pick up this one, and again, you just peek at it. I just kind of go like this, and I'm able to see that that's the 9 of spades. So 10 of spades, 9 of spades. If you forget, but make sure you square up the rest of the cards. Otherwise, it can seem strange if you only do it with those 2 packets. All right? So if you do forget, that you have one more opportunity right there to, again, remember what your 2 key cards are, the 10 of spades and the 9 of spades in this case. Now, depending on where they start, the last pile is the pile you're going to hand them, and you're going to invite them to shuffle it up. And then you explain that when they're done shuffling, while your back is turned, you want them to look at and memorize the bottom card. In this case, it is the 6 of hearts. You then instruct them to place it on top of the next pile. So you're putting the piles back in reverse. Then you can turn around and say, now take this pile, put it on top of this pile. And then put this pile on top of that pile. And then this pile on top of that pile. And then you invite them to cut the deck somewhere around the middle and then complete the cut. Now once this is done, everything is set. Now you have no idea what their card is, but what you're going to do is you're going to pick up the deck, and normally you would be holding it this way, but what you're going to do is you're going to be going through and you're going to be looking for those 2 top cards, the key cards. Okay, so you have no idea what card they chose, but we are looking for the 9 of spades and the 10 of spades in this case. So I'm going to go through until I get to the first one, which is the 10 of spades. I'm going to take all the cards up to just before the 10 of spades. I'm not going to take the 10 of spades, but all the cards up to it, and I'm going to put them on the table, and I'm going to put them on the table face up. Don't turn them face down. That'll mess this trick up. You take all the cards up to the first key card, you put them on the table. Okay? Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to count how many cards are between this key card and the other key card, which in this case is the 9 of spades. So I know this is the 10 of spades. I'm not going to count including this card. I'm going to start with the next card because I want to know how many cards are in between. So I go 1, I'm just doing this quietly in my head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there are 10 cards. There's the 9 of spades. There are 10 cards in between. The number of cards in between is how far down from the top of the deck their chosen card is going to be. I then gather these cards, put them face up on top. I act like I'm memorizing more of these cards, and then I put them on top. And once this is done, what that has done is it has put it so that their chosen card will be the 10th card down from the top of the deck. So again, you say that you were busy looking at and memorizing the cards. You think you may have a photographic memory, and you say, just tell me what was your card. And in this case, they would tell you the name of their card, and then all you're going to do is say, I think that was, and you're going to just name whatever the amount of cards was that were between the 2 key cards. So in this case, 10. You can say, I think your card is the 10th card down from the top of the deck. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and my friends, there it is, number 10. Their chosen card, in this case, the 6 of hearts. Pretty cool, right? I love this trick. It's very, very different than a lot of other tricks, I think. It is a key card trick, but it's a really clever way of using key cards, not necessarily to figure out exactly the chosen card, but to figure out how far down really it is when you put it into that position. So if you enjoyed this trick, do hit like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so yet. And seriously, if you want to continue to learn some more advanced tricks, I want to encourage you to check out my membership section. And meanwhile, continue to learn and have fun. And I will see you next time.